Monday night is here, and that means it's time to play games to save toward my retirement. Welcome to Ready, Budget, Game. Welcome back to Ready, Budget, Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about cash budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. So Monday night is game night, and I'm going to start like I always do with Loteria. I decided to bring back Millennial Loteria for this week, so let me get the binder set aside, and I'll take out the cards and the chips. So Loteria, if you haven't seen it before, is a bingo type game, but instead of using a bingo cage and bingo balls, you use cards. And each of the cards has a symbol on it. It is a game that originated in either Mexico or Spain, in the Spanish-speaking world at any rate. This game here is the Millennial version, which is an irreverent look at people of my generation and some things that are, I guess, memeable for millennials. So I'm going to shuffle these cards. The way that I play Loteria is that I continue to deal cards until I get a Loteria, which is 4 across, up and down, or diagonal, and then I save $1 for every chip that is on the board. So I'm going to give these a cut, and we'll start dealing, and we'll see how we do this week. So first we've got L Safe Space, and that's not on the card. L Gentrification, I don't see him. L Troll, nope. LVR, yep, we've got him, he's down here. La Thigh Gap, no. L Piercing, yep, up here in the corner. La Notification, no. La Selfie, yep. L Podcast, nope. L Boomer, yep. L Gluten, no. L Nail Art, yes. L Tattoo, yes. Not getting many in a row, but they're on the card. L Participation Trophy, no. L Healing Crystal, no. L Global Warming, no. La Student Debt, no. Las Bitcoins, no. La Karen, no. La Succulent, yep. Now El TikTok will give us a Loteria here. El Bad Hombre, yep, that opened up another Loteria possibility up here. La Flower Crown, no. El Coachella, yep. Still avoiding that Loteria. El Hipster, no. El TikTok, there we go. TikTok did it. So we've got $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 going into Loteria this week. And the El TikTok, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but this is a lenticular card. So it's kind of a special one in the deck. At any rate, okay, that's it for this week for Loteria. So let me clean off the card. We had 10 spaces marked. So I'll bring out the binder here, flip over to Loteria, add in $10. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for just a sec so that I can move the card and the playing cards out of the way and move these out of the way. And then I'm going to go right into the 2025. This is a freebie savings challenge in my Etsy shop with any physical products purchase. I am down to the last few, so if you'd like one of these, grab it quickly. Like I say, it's a freebie with any physical products purchase. I don't sell it on its own. And I think this week I'm going to use purple. And I'm not going to mark off the whole thing just because I'm not so great at coloring. And it takes me a long time because I get super into it and concentrate, so I don't go outside the lines, but I'm at least going to start it. And I'll take out a 20. And as I've been doing, I will come back and consolidate at the end. But for now, I am just going to stick this, oops, wrong envelope, into here, along with the challenge. Okay. Next up is Junior's Restaurants. I want to make sure that I do that this week, just like I do every week. That is a box challenge that was provided to me by April over at April's Fresh Start and her son Junior. This one is, I think, about half done. I try to put $10 in each week. It's great for low budget or if you want to take your time with it. So, excuse me, inside this challenge is all of these different restaurants. There's Junior's Steakhouse, Junior's Donuts, Junior's Pizzeria, Junior's Fresh Fruits, Shut the To-Go Box, Junior's Diner Menu, Junior's Diner, and Junior's Hibachi. Oh, and Junior's Taco Truck. And so it's, like I say, it's a box challenge. I've never done one before, so I'm kind of feeling my way through it. So I try to put $10 in each week. If you buy this from April's Etsy shop, her son Junior gets 100% of the profits. She pays all the Etsy fees and things like that, and he uses that to save toward his goals. So I'm going to pick one here from the middle. And it says, uh-oh, 2 times your next scratch and, or search and save. So let's see what we get here if we get a search and save. Junior's Donuts. Okay, so I'm going to play Junior's Donuts, but we'll save the search and save. So Junior's Donuts, I've just been doing this as a roll and save. I need to get out my marker here that I've been using, one of the 2 colors that I've been using. We'll go with this one since it's on top. And I am going to grab a D6. We were here last time, so let's see where we go this time. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be a blue donut, and that will be $1. So we'll take that aside. And now I will put this back in, put it at the bottom, and we'll see where we go next. This says, order 2 items from the Junior's Diner menu and save the total. Okay, so let's go over to Junior's Diner. There we go. And we have to order 2 items. So I am going to, I've got that double in case I find another search and save. So I'm going to go kind of conservative here. I am going to do the Alley Bear Claw Donut for $2. And Jamie RN's Java for $1. So we'll put in $3. I don't mind if I go over 10, and I often do, but I don't want to go too far over. Okay, so we'll put this one back at the bottom, and I'm going to draw this one here. And this is a search and save. It looks like a bowl of ramen, and it's $4, so it's going to be $8. So let me put this back inside since we're done with this. It's the ramen at the diner. No hibachi. Yep, there it is. Okay. So this is going to be $8. So let me get that first. 5, 7, 8. I will mark this off here. I will check it off here. So this is going to go into my discards. Here in the back. The double's going to go back in. And I'm going to put away the other challenge that I took out, which is the Junior's Donuts. Okay, so that's it in here. Now I'm going to consolidate real quick so I can grab out a 10. Okay, so I've got 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to take a 10 and a 2. We'll put that in the binder. Everything else can go back in the box here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to go to where the marker is. Make sure that's tucked in there. And the marker was on flip 7. So I'm going to get the rest of this cleaned up. We'll come back for flip 7, and I'll do that here in just a sec. Here we are with Flip 7, and Flip 7 is a game that is commercially available, and I adapted it to be a savings challenge game. The way that this game works, if you haven't seen it before, is that in the deck there are, well, not that one, there are the same amount of cards as the number on the card. So in this deck there are 6 sixes. There are, that's a special card, there are 11 11s. There are another special card, another special card. There's all the special cards up front is what there is. There's 8 8s. You get the idea. And so the object is to draw cards, at least 3, but no more than 7. And you don't want to draw the same number card twice. So if you've got an 8, you don't want to draw another 8. If you've got a 12, you don't want to draw another 12. But the rub is that the higher value cards, like the 11s and the 12s, there's more of those in the deck. So it's more points, but it's also, there's a bigger chance that you are going to hit another one and go out. There's also special cards. You saw some of them as I was dealing a demonstration. So I am just going to stick those kind of randomly back in the middle of the deck, and then I'm going to, drop cards on the floor, and then I'm going to shuffle just a couple times to mix them up. So for me, the rule is I have to draw at least 3 unless I get a freeze card, which stops the game right away. And I can draw more than that if I feel good about my chances. But, excuse me, if I draw the same value card twice, there is a penalty. So let me give it a cut, and let's get to dealing and see what happens. 10, 6, and 7. So that is my first 3 mandatory cards, and I feel pretty good about my chances, so I'm going to keep going. 5. Okay, there's only 4 more of those in the deck that can hurt me, so I'm going to go again. 8. And I think I'm going to stop here. This is as far as I've gotten probably on any of them, but there's a lot of cards in here that can hurt. If I get a flip 3, that is going to push me past 7, and probably I will end up busting. So I'm going to stop, and I'm going to total these up, and we'll see how many or how much I'm going to save this week. So 8 and 5 is 13, plus 7 is 20, 36. I add the 2 digits together, so I'm going to save $9 into flip 7 this week. So I'm going to set the cards aside. Whoops. Then take out that envelope. We'll take the clip off here. 5, 7, 9. We'll stick that into flip 7. And flip 7 is super volatile. You could save a little, you could save a lot. I always add the digits together to make it low budget, because otherwise you could really save a lot. And of course, you know, this game has its own rules if you're playing with multiple people the way it's meant to be played, but I adapted it to be a savings challenge so that it works for my purposes. So that was flip 7. Now let's move on to Qwixx, which I should have a scorecard in here for, but I might have completed one on the last time. I'm not sure. Let's see. Nope, I've got half of it left to go. So I'm going to take out this Qwixx scorecard, and for this game I will need my dice tower and my Qwixx dice. So I'm just going to swap it here with the flip 7 cards. And we're starting a new sheet, so we're on red. So I'm going to take out the 2 white dice and the red. This is another one that is commercially available. This is one of my favorite games to play. It's a lot like Shut the Box, but in this game you use 3 dice. It's 2 through 12. You must use exactly 2 dice to make a number. And the goal is to always cross off at least 1 number for each turn. You can cross off more than 1, but if you get a roll where you can't make any of those numbers, you can't cross off any of those numbers, then it's game over. So if you haven't seen it before, it'll make sense as I play. I'm probably going to do it twice. We'll see. It depends on how much I end up saving. So give it a roll. Drop them in the tower, and let's see what we have. Oh, great. Okay, so we've got 1, 1, and 4. So the only numbers that I can make are 2 and 5. So I'm going to take both the 2 and the 5. I could leave the 5, but it's not terribly easy to roll, and I want to get rid of it if I can. So I'm going to cross both of those off, and we'll roll them again. Okay, we've got a 1, a 2, and a 3, so that's great. So we can take off the 3, the 4, or the 5. I'm going to take both the 3 and the 4, in the hopes that I get higher numbers on future rolls, because these numbers aren't that easy to roll, so getting rid of them early is good. Okay, 1, 2, and 4. So I've already taken the 3, I've already taken the 5. The only thing I can do is take the 6, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm really hoping that I roll a 6 in this next roll, a 5 or a 6. Okay, good. So we've got 5 plus 2 is 7, 2 plus 4 is 6, and 5 plus 4 is 9. I've already taken the 6, so the only things that I can take are 7 and 9. I'm going to take the 9, but I'm going to leave the 7. The 7 is the easiest roll to make, so I'm hoping that if I get another roll where I don't have anything else to do, I can still take a 7. So let's roll again, see what we get. Here we go, 3, 4, and 1. So I can't take a 5, I can't take a 4, but I can take that 7. If I'd taken the 7 on the last turn, I would be out. But this way, I get to roll again. 5, 5, and 4. So 9 and 10 is all that I can make from that, so I'm going to take the 10. And I really need some high numbers. Nope, I'm out. So 2 and 6 is all that I can make. So left, I've got 12, 11, and 8. I'm going to add them together and add the digits. So 12 plus 8 is 20, 31, 3 plus 1 is 4. So I'm going to save $4 for this game. I didn't roll a 6 once, so that's what cost me there. Okay, so I'm going to play one more time. I'm going to swap out the red die for the yellow die, because that'll be the game that we're on next. And you don't have to do this. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter what the third die is that you use. This is meant, obviously, for multiple players, but because I'm playing it by myself, I just swap the die with every time that I change to a new line. So, okay, all set to go. Give them a shake, and let's see what we do here. Okay, there's a 6. So we've got 4, and we've got 8. So I'm going to take the 4. I'm going to leave the 8. And you cannot use all 3 dice to make 10. That's the rule. You have to use exactly 2 dice. Not 1, not 3, exactly 2. Okay, a 4, a 2, and a 2. So I have to take the 6 because I already took the 4 on the last turn. The 2 and 2. So I have to take the 4 and the 2, which is 6. Roll them again. 5, 4, and 3. So I've got 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to take the 9. I'm going to leave the 8 and the 7. Roll them again. 6, 4, and 3. So I've got 7, 9, and 10. I'm still going to leave the 7, but I'm going to take the 10. Roll them again. 1, 1, and 6. So 2 and 7 is all I can make. I'm going to take the 2. I'm going to leave that 7 because I may need it. 5, 4, and 4. So we've got 8 and we've got 9. 8 is the only one that we can take, so we're going to take the 8. Roll again. 2, 3, and 6. So 5, 8, or 9. 8 and 9 are gone, so we have to take the 5. So left, we've got 3, 7, 11, and 12. So I need 6s and 5s in this roll. And I didn't get them, but I got a 3. I got a 2, a 1. Oops, that was a 2. A 2, a 1, and a 4, so I can take the 3. So 7, 11, and 12 is all that's left. And I'm out. 1, 2, and 3. So almost like the last game. And it's tough to get those 12s, but it's also tough to get the 2, and I've got the 2 on both games. So 12 plus 11 is 23, plus 7 is 30. 3 plus 0 is 3. Where did I put that other pen? Oh, I put it back over here. So I'm going to save $3 for this game. So I have $7 going into Qwixx this week. So I'm going to put this to the side. Take out the Qwixx envelope, and put the scorecard back, and we'll put in $7. And up next is going to be Sussed. Sussed is a game that I put in starting last week, and this is just a game of basically like a Would You Rather. Oops, I can leave this in there. I'm using this kind of as a dashboard. So last week I did 2, and I think I'm going to do 2 again this week, which means I'll have to take out another card, but I've got them right over here. So the way that I do this is I save $2 for an A answer, $3 for a B answer, and $5 for a C answer. And this card says, which would I rather wake up in? A, my favorite book, B, my favorite film, or C, my own bed? My answer for this is going to be B, my favorite film. Because my favorite film is Superman, the Christopher Reeve version, and I would love to get to experience a world where Superman exists. So I'm going to save $3 for this, and that's the end of that card because they're only one-sided. So I'm going to grab another card here from the stash, and I just zipped that closed. All right. So this one says, what do I hate most? A, annoying voices, B, sloppy kisses, or C, surprises? Oh, honestly, it's annoying voices. I hate to say it, but you know, it's just the way it is. Of the three, annoying voices are the worst. Obviously, people can't help it. I think sometimes I have an annoying voice, so I'm not throwing any shade on anybody. But yeah, of the three, it's annoying voices. So I'm going to save $2 for that. So I'm going to put $3 back, take out a 5. And because I've still got this 10 sitting here, I think I'm going to keep going. See if I can get that 10 out of here. Which brand would I rather be the face of? Nike, Nando's, or Nintendo? Well, I don't know what Nando's is. And between Nike and Nintendo, definitely it's going to be Nintendo. Nintendo of America is based not far from where I live, and I've been to their campus before, and it looks exactly like you would expect. If you picture what an office building of Nintendo would look like, that's exactly what it is. So I'm going to put the 5 back because that was the C answer, so that's another $5. So that's going to be 10. So that gets the 10 out, and I will put these back. Well, I'm not going to put this one back. I'll put this in the discards. But I'll put this one back for next week or whenever we come back around to number 9. So that's going to go into here along with the $10. And I'm going to break here, but when we come back, we will do shut the box. Okay, it's box shutting time. So I am going to roll these dice and we'll see how we do. I got this game at a thrift store a couple of weeks ago. It cost me $2.50 because it was $4.99 and then it was half off. So paid hardly anything for it. I am going the full bore 1 through 12 way, which is, I think, the hardest form of shut the box, especially only using 2 dice. But we'll see how we do here. 5 and 6. Higher numbers, please. 8, 7, 5. So I'm going to take the 4 and the 1. 9. These dice don't really like to roll high numbers very much. 9 again, so we're out. Okay, so this week it's 12 plus 10 is 22, plus 11 is 33, plus 5 is 38, 3 plus 8 is 11. I'm tempted to add the 1 and the 1 again, but I won't. I will just save the $11 and to shut the box. So let me set this aside. Get this out, because at least with the larger format, it will save me more money. So 5, 10, and 11. And hopefully the next 2 challenges, which are both scratch-offs, will be gentle. So number 11 is the 12 Days of Christmas. That is a savings challenge that I made. It is a scratch-off challenge. It comes with 12 A6 size cards, each one featuring a different day of the days of Christmas. It's from 1 through 12. And the number of scratchers on each card corresponds with the number of the number day of Christmas that it is. So 1 is 1 scratcher, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, etc., etc. So I'm going to roll a d12, and that will tell us which one that we do. I already did number 1, and now I just need to find the d12. There it is. And it came out number 10. Okay. And we haven't scratched one on this yet, so let me get out a d10, which I also have handy here, and that'll tell us which one to scratch on the card. Okay, number 1. So we're going to scratch right here. And it'll be $4 into this challenge this week. The challenge, when it's finished, will save you $500. And on the back of each card are placeholders. So once you're done with the challenge, you can either use it as a placeholder or you can re-sticker it and use it again next year or whenever you like. The placeholder amounts vary. They go up as the days of Christmas go up. So 200, 250, 200, 200, 100, and the top one, the 12th day, is a 500 placeholder. And it goes all the way down to $25 for the first day of Christmas. So as you go further along in the challenge and you finish more, you can use these as placeholders. Or like I say, once you're done with the challenge, you've got extra placeholders to use with your savings challenge envelopes or your budgeting envelopes. So that's this one. The next one, oh, I got to take the money out. So that was $4 going into number 11, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now number 12 is the 12 face cards. This is another game that I made, or savings challenge that I made. Each card on here, this is a 5 size, corresponds with one of the different face cards in a standard deck of playing cards. So there's 12 in total. Each card has 12 scratchers on it. And on the back is a description of what that card represents. So for example, the King of Spades here is King David from the Israelites of the Bible. So I am going to deal a deck of cards, shuffle and deal a deck of cards, and I will keep dealing until I get to a face card, and then I'll roll a die to see which one we save. These are also numbered down here in the bottom if you'd rather roll a die to tell you which one to scratch, or which card to scratch on. So shuffle, cut, and let's see. Jack of Spades, so right up front. I'm going to roll a d12. Well, actually, there's only 10 left, so I'll roll the d10. Okay, so number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right down here. $5 this week. Clean this up here. Okay, set that aside. We'll put $5. $5, not 10. Back here in number 12, 5 goes in, and that puts us back to the front, but of course we've already done 1, 2, and 3, so number 4 is going to be Dicetropolis. So let me get all of this cleaned up. We'll get out the Dicetropolis cards, and we'll do that one here in just a sec. This is Dicetropolis, and if you haven't seen it before, or if you haven't seen other people play it before, Dicetropolis is a series of 12 dice-based savings challenge games that I compiled. And if you order it as a physical product through my Etsy shop, it'll come on these A5-sized, glossy-coated cards that are reusable. If you use a dry erase or a wet erase marker, they will wipe right off. So you can continue using them over and over and over again. It's also available as a digital download if you would rather print them and laminate them yourself, or print a new one each time that you play. So I am going to roll a d12 die, and that will tell us which of these games that we play. Each card, well, most cards have 2 games, one on each side. The first one, the dashboard, has just 1 game on the back, and the 12th one doesn't have anything on the back except my logo. So let me get this d12 out, and we'll see which one we go to. Number 2. So number 2 is going to be Chance, and this is a lot like Shut the Box, and I've already played Shut the Box and Qwixx, so I'm not going to play this one this week. You can see Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307 played a bunch of Chance not too long ago, so go and check her out if you'd like to see it played. I also have a video on my channel when Dicetropolis launched of how to play each game, so like a video instruction guide. But I'm going to re-roll, and let's see if we get a different one. Number 3. Okay. So 3 is going to be doubles. We'll put everything else aside. So in doubles, the object is to roll 2 of the same, of the number that is being played. So you start with 1, then you roll 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. So I'm going to roll all the way through. You roll 3d6 dice, but you're only saving the ones that are the number that you're looking for. So it'll make more sense as I start playing. Grab 3 dice here, give them a shake, give them a roll. Okay, so we've got 1, 1, and the other 2 I'm going to re-roll. So I've used 1 roll, and there's 2, or there's the other 1 on the second roll. So to get 2 1s, took 2 rolls. So I'm going to mark that here. Now I'm going to be looking for 2s. So roll all 3 dice. I got 1 2, so I'm going to set that aside, re-roll the other 2. 2 3s, so that's the second roll. The third roll. The fourth roll. And the 5th roll, I finally got my second 2. So 5 rolls for 2s. Now I'm going to look for 3s. And I got them on the first roll. So just 1 roll for 3s. That is unusual, especially for me. Now we're looking for 4s. And I got 2 3s again, but I did not get a 4. Roll them again. Nope. Second roll was bust. Third roll, still nothing. Fourth roll, no. Roll number 5, I got one of them. This is roll 6, and I got my second 4. Okay, so 6 rolls for 4s. Now we're looking for 5s. And we got 1 on the first roll. Roll number 2, and we got our second one. So 2 rolls for 5s. And now it's time for the final number, the 6. Nope. Second roll, nope. Third roll, nope, still nothing. Fourth roll, I got one of them. 5 rolls, no. 6 rolls, nope. 7, nope. 8, nope. 9, nope. 10, no. So I do this, I cap out at 10, meaning I'm not going to roll anymore, I'm just going to take the 10. You could keep going if you wanted, but I'm going to stop here. So I'm going to total all of these up, and then I am going to, I mean, you could save $1 per roll for all of these, but I do it the low budget way. So 10 plus 6 is 16, 18, 26. So 2 plus 6 is 8. So I'm going to save $8 for this game. And you don't have to go through every single number. You can just do one number or 2 numbers and stop there and take longer to get through the list. It's up to you. You play it how you want, how it makes sense for what you enjoy and what's good for your budget. So let me set the dice aside, and we'll get out $8 here. 7, 8. So I've only got $4 left, but we'll see what happens with the next game. If I go over, that's totally okay. I just take that money out of the Savings Challenge books, games, or Savings Challenge books that I do on Wednesday night. So we are on Dicetropolis, which is number 4. So I'm going to take this and put it in the front. I will clean this off with my finger. One of these days I'm going to remember to get a rag or a cloth to clean these off instead of using my finger each time. And then I am going to take the, oh goodness, take the dashboard and put that back in the envelope. Okay. So that's it for Dicetropolis for this week. Up next is left, center, right. So let me get set up for that, and we'll do that one here in just one sec. Okay, what's probably going to be the last game is left, center, right. And this is a dice-based game. This is another one that is commercially available. You can get it anywhere. And it comes in this little tin. And it comes with a whole bunch of chips, and it comes with 3 specialty dice. So on each die, there's a face that says right, a star, which is for the center, and a face that says left. There's also 3 of these little dots. And so the way that I play it is I roll the dice, and I make 3 different piles. If it says right, I move 1 to the right. If it's a star, I move 1 to the center. And if it says left, I move 1 to the left. And I keep going until I can make no more moves. So how I get more chips to play, because I only start with 3, is if it comes up with one of these circles, then I will take a chip into the center for each circle. So sometimes it's over real quick, and sometimes it goes and goes and goes, which is one of the reasons why I like it. You never know how long it's going to last. So let me give these a roll, and I'm just going to roll them on the mat, and we'll see how we do this week. Okay, so we've got 1 to the left, and we've got 2 more coming in from the side. Rolling again. 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 coming in. 2 more coming in, and 1 going to the right. 2 to the right, and 1 to the center. 1 to the center, and 2 more coming in. Okay, 2 to the center and 1 to the right, and I don't have any more to put to the right. So I'm actually going to take 1 from the center and move it to the right, which means that I have a... No, actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it over there. I'm going to cheat just a little bit because I saved the amount in the highest pile. $4 is what I have left to save, and because that dollar could have gone either because I had both on the face, I'm just going to leave it for 4 in the center, 4 in the right, and I will save $4 into this game. So I've had games where I've used every single chip in the pile. Usually I cap it out at $10 just because for game night, that's about the most that I want to put into any game except for the 2025. But you know, you can make this game whatever you want. I adapted it for me. I've seen other people adapt it completely differently and do things that are totally different with it, and that's great too. One of the great things about buying a commercial game and then adapting it for a savings challenge is that if you don't like the rules, you can just change them again. Or if you think of a way you'd rather play it differently, you can just do that. You've already bought the game, so it's a sunk cost. You don't have to lay out any more money, and you can have even more fun with it. So, all that to say, the $4 is going into left, center, right, and that's the last game for the week. So what I'm going to do next is I will come back after the break and I will do a consolidation, and then I will get all of these thinned out as best I can and set up for Wednesday night when I will do the Savings Challenge books, which are The Life of a Creator, Zodiac Save with the Stars, and General Greenback and the Frugality Force. So that condensing is coming up here in just a sec. Stay with me and I'll be right back. All right, let's do a condensing, but before I forget, I want to put the clip back in my binder for the next game for next week, which should be number 6, which is going to be the Scratch and Save challenges. Elephantastic. So I'll put that in there. And now let's go through the envelopes that we use. So we didn't do the Savings Challenge books, but we did Millennial Loteria. And we've got 130 in here, so nothing we can condense. In 2025, let's see what's in here. Oops. You've got 100, 200, 50, 70, 80, so nothing there. But I am going to swap this 100 with one that's got a sticker on it so that they're easier to separate. I may even swap it with another placeholder here soon. Of course, all of this money is play money, and I use play money because for me, the money that I'm saving here is going straight into my brokerage account, so to contribute to my Roth IRA. So there's no point in pulling money out of the bank, putting it in envelopes, and then immediately having to take it to the bank just to put into my Roth. But the reason why I do this at all is because for me, it's a way of not spending that money, because I want to have it available here to play games with and to do my Roth IRA contribution, so I'm not spending it on stupid stuff, and I'm not letting my budget get away from me as best I can. So, okay, so that's it. That's all we can do there. Let's look at Junior's Restaurants here. And this savings challenge has 132 in it, so nothing we can do here. How about Dicetropolis? Let's see what's in here. So we've got 150, 5, 57, 59, 64, 65, 66, 67. So we can definitely condense this. So let's see. So this 5, 2, and 3 ones will make a 10. There's 10. So still 167. Back in there. Number 5 is left, center, right. Has 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can condense this into a 10. $110 going back in. Whoops. I put my stickers on them because the bills were sticking together without it, and now with the stickers, they get all slippery. So hopefully I'll have a solution for that in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. I'm working on it. Okay, we didn't do Elephantastic. It's the only envelope that we didn't, only numbered envelope we didn't get to. So here in Flip 7, we've got 50, 70, 95, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Okay, so 5, 7, 8. And I'm going to put all of this back for a 100. Oh, there's one with a sticker on it. Perfect. Okay, so 108 and Flip 7. Qwixx. Let's pull all of this out. Make sure I don't have anything on the other side of the card. Nope. So Qwixx has 100, 50, 70, 5, 7, 8, so nothing we can do there. Sussed. I don't think there's anything we can do here because it was a 5 last week and a 10 this week, and that was the only 2 weeks that I've played it, so we'll put this back. Envelope 10, shut the box, has 10, 22, so we can swap all of this out for a 20 and a 2. $20, $22. Going in. Envelope 11 is the 12 Days of Christmas, and this one has 50, 70, 90, 5, 7, 99, 201, 101, 23. Okay, so we'll keep that out, and this will be $100. So we'll swap that for a $100 bill. This 2 doesn't have a sticker on it, so I'm going to put it at the front of the 2s instead of the back. Okay. So 103 in the 12 Days of Christmas. And then last but not least, envelope number 12 is the 12 face cards. That one has 100 and 10, 15, 17 in it. So nothing we can do there. Okay. So that's it for the consolidating and condensing for the week. And that's it for game night for this week. Please be sure to come back on Wednesday for the 3 Savings Challenge books. I always enjoy doing that. I put $200 into those Savings Challenge books, so $50 into the Zodiac, $50 into General Greenback, and $100 into the collab, which is the Life of a Creator, that Marlene over at Snowgarner 307 put together, myself and 25 other creators. It was a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the book. So that'll be up on Wednesday. On Friday or Saturday, but probably I try to get those up on Friday if I can, is the weekly budget update, and then back here again next Monday for game night. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and until I see you in the next one, take care.